They're not doing a good job. Europe is not doing a good job in many ways. They're not doing a good...
US President Donald Trump has delivered the biggest political shockwave yet in the Ukraine war. In an explosive Politico interview, Trump declared that Russia now holds the upper hand, signaling a peace deal that critics warn would force Kyiv to surrender territory, rewarding Moscow after years of brutal invasion.
Which country right now is in the stronger negotiating position?
Well, there can be no question about it. It's Russia. It's a much bigger country.
Trump argues that despite Ukraine's bravery, size will win, a stunning dismissal of Kyiv's battlefield gains. The message: stop resisting, accept reality. Let Russia keep the land it seized.
It's not easy with Russia because Russia has the upper hand, and they always did. They're much bigger, they're much stronger in that sense. I give Ukraine I give the people of Ukraine and the military of Ukraine tremendous credit for the bravery and for the fighting and all of that. But at some point, size will win generally.
Washington now appears to be pressuring President Zelenskyy to accept a US proposal, one his top aides reportedly like, but which he hasn't read yet. Trump even suggests Ukraine is losing the war and losing land, so Kyiv must get on the ball.
Is Zelenskyy responsible for the stalled progress, or what's going on there?
Well, he's got to read the proposal. He hasn't read it yet.
The most recent draft.
That's as of yesterday. And maybe he's read it over the night. It would be nice if he would read it. A lot of people are dying, so it would be really good if he'd read it. His people loved the proposal. They really liked it. His lieutenants, his top people, they liked it. But they said he hasn't read it yet. I think he should find time to read it.
Okay.
Well, he's going to have to get on the ball and start accepting things. When you're losing, because you're losing.
Do you think Ukraine has lost this war?
Well, they've lost territory long before I got here. They lost a whole strip of seafront, big seafront. But they lost a lot of land, and it's very good land, too, that they lost. You certainly wouldn't say it's a victory.
This shift has triggered panic in Europe. EU leaders rushed into crisis talks in London, with Macron fighting to keep Europe relevant, insisting that only a united Western strategy can secure a peace that doesn't break Ukraine.
I think we all support Ukraine, and we all support peace and peace negotiations to have a sustainable, a robust peace. And I think we have a lot of cards in our hands. The financing and the furniture of equipment and all of the fact that Ukraine is resisting in this war, and the fact that the Russian economy is starting to suffer, especially after our latest sanctions and the US sanctions. And now I think the main issue is a convergence between our common positions, Europeans and Ukrainians, and the US to finalize these peace negotiations and re-engage a new phase in the best possible conditions for Ukraine, for the Europeans, and for our collective security.
Trump, however, blames Europe, calling governments decaying and accusing them of dragging the war on by talking instead of producing weapons.
They're not doing a good job. Europe is not doing a good job in many ways. They're not doing a good job.
I want to ask
They
you
talk
about
too
that.
much, and they're not producing. We're talking about Ukraine. They talk, but they don't produce. And the war just keeps going on and on. But most European nations, they're decaying. They're decaying.
You can imagine some leaders in Europe are a little freaked out by what your posture is, and European.
No, they should be freaked out by what they're doing to their countries. They're destroying their countries.
Well,
and
European Council
and
President.
they're people I like.
I wonder what grade you would give
A
their
plus.
economy. A plus.
Yeah, A plus 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 plus.
A A tectonic shift is underway. Instead of pressuring the invader, the US is now pressuring the invaded. Europe fears a rushed peace that sacrifices Ukraine's sovereignty, a peace that may end the war, by forcing Kyiv to accept defeat. The world is now asking, is Trump bringing peace through strength or peace through surrender?